Few companies take an interest on your personal development. Let me explain what I mean in further detail. Andy Frisella explains this on a podcast that whatever company you work for, most likely they're not going to care about your personal development. And that's what's different about Andy Frisella's company, First Form, is they actually care about the personal development of their employees. So what exactly am I talking about here? Most companies are very technical. So it's do your job, do it right, and do it perfect. But what they lack is working on like the interior, like working on the person. They don't really focus on you as a person. They just focus on doing your job and doing the best job possible. And I think the best companies and the companies you're going to like to work for the best are going to be the ones that you work for, and they also work on your personal development as well. So you work and you do your job to the best of your ability, and you also work on your personal development on the side of doing that job. So for example, no job says that you have to work out. That's personal development. You have to do that aside from your job. No job says you have to drink a gallon of water a day. That's something that you have to do on your own initiative. You fully control of yourself doing that. No job tells you have to be on a diet and eat like an athlete and eat like a professional athlete. No job does that. That's on your own initiative. Everything's on your own. Learning new information, reading books. No job tells you got to read this. No. Maybe about their company, they may want you to read something about the company, but it's not like how to better yourself. They're not telling you to read How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. They're not telling you to do that. It's just do your job, do your work, and go home. And for some people, that's okay. They don't want to work on their personal development. They just want to excel at the job, do their job, and then go home. If you're a different individual like myself, then you are going to work on yourself outside of your job. You want to be the best of your job, best of what you do also, and also work on your personal development and be the best to yourself. Be the best at you. Be the best version of yourself. And this is why, I don't like seeing even managers. If you're a manager and you're in a manager position, supervisor manager position, and you're fat, it sends a bad signal. It really does. That's why I'm a big proponent of working for someone who I want to actually be like, who has traits that I admire in them. And that's why, if I'm going to work for somebody, that's who I would want to work for. Otherwise, I'm going to work for myself. I don't want to work for somebody who I don't want to be like. And that's what you should take into account. Whatever career path that you do right now is you want to be like your boss. You want to be like your manager. Because in essence, we are taking after the people that are ahead of us in life. So if you can get with a company that you want to be like, or a boss that you like, then it's going to make your experience in that job so much better than if you don't like your boss. Some people don't like their bosses. Okay, well, what is it going to take for you to like that boss? What are you going to need to do for that boss to like you, or for you to like that boss? Either you get a new job, or find out what it is that you need to do to have your boss like you and for you to like your boss. And this is just little things that people don't pay attention to. Because like I said, most people just do their job and that's it. They go home, they collect the money that the job gives them, and that's really it. But nobody really takes into account personal development. Developing yourself, being the best version of yourself, working out and drinking water, learning something new, working on yourself, personally developing, working on yourself. It's one of the most important things in life, is what, in my opinion. It's literally one of the most important things in life, because I truly believe it's actually what's going to bring you happiness. It's what's going to bring you joy in life, is working your hardest. And if you know you've worked your absolute hardest, at the end of the day, you can't be sad, you can't be depressed, you can't be unhappy. You know that you've done your best, so you have to be proud in yourself to know that, I did everything I could today. I worked my hardest, and I'm proud of myself. And you want to say that at the end of every single day. And if you can't say that, then you know where you lack. You know what areas you need to improve on. You should have done this, should have done that, should have done this. I'm just giving you examples. There's things that, maybe you cheated on your diet, maybe you didn't work out, maybe you didn't get out of your comfort zone and approach this person that had a cool shirt that you liked or something like that. Like, it's just the little things. Like, it's called being the best version of yourself and never making excuses about anything in your life, taking full responsibility for everything in your life, and actually personally developing. So this is what I believe, that you should work for a company, and you should also personally develop on the side of working that job. And I believe you're going to be happiest doing this. You're going to be the most happy if you can combat both of these together. The actual technical doing your job, and then personally developing on the side of doing your job. That's a video I have for you. If you like this video, like the video, comment, share, subscribe. See you in the next one.